Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope you're doing amazing. As we are on Sunday, 10/10, October 10th. I always love, you guys know, like when it's like the double digit days in a row, I feel like it's extra special. Angels are with us in a lot of ways. So when you join, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hold on. Because I really love this platform. Let me share this. Hi. Know your Okay. Yay! So we're sharing. I always mess up the thing, you guys, of the you are. I know that probably drives a lot of people crazy. I've been told this, and it's funny. I'm like, do you want to become an author? And I don't know how to do this. So anyway, when you join, say hello. Hey, Adam, how are you? I'm so happy you're here from Manchester. We have 8 of you on, which is the number of the Divine Feminine. So I'm super excited. If you've never met me, my name is Colleen Gallagher. I am super passionate about empowering people to live a life they absolutely love. This became a passion of mine because I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer at age 14. You can see I have a second smiley face is what I call it here. And I believe that the body is always communicating to us. So this was allowing me to know from a really young age that I wasn't having the courage to speak my truth, to say what was on my heart and mind. And this manifested in a lot of crazy, crazy ways. Hey, Michael, how are you? And so anyway, fast forward my life. That was age 14. I'm now 27. I turned 28 in a few weeks, 3 weeks, which is so beautiful. For those of you who know astrology, it's a really big deal to turn 28, just because Saturn, does its first return, and that's a really big planet. It holds a lot of powers. So it's beautiful because when you're around for that long, it takes 2 years. You go through a big transformation when it's in like the cosmic system. So it's just really beautiful, and I feel grateful to be here. So I wanted to get into it because today I wanted to talk all about becoming an author, because for those of you who know or don't know, I am an author of 3 books. Yes, 3, which is quite incredible. And I never knew I was going to become an author, you guys. Like when I was in school, I hated writing. I didn't like reading. Like, I don't know, I just never liked it. It's like I did the little amount I had. My grammar was always bad. Like it was probably like that class I was like always like the A- B+ range. Like that was my thing. So for me to become an author is like, what? Like it just never was something I even thought deemed possible. But as I went on my journey of life, I guess you could say, of traveling the world, and I don't know, like as I went on this journey, right, of self-discovery and really like, what is it I want to remember in life? Like what are the memories I want to create? Like when I look back, when I'm 30, when I'm 35, when I'm 40, like what do I really want to look at my life at and be like, I'm so happy this is what my life looked like. And I guess I had that habit. I think a lot of people maybe don't think about the future. Janine, how are you? I'm so happy you're here. I guess a lot of people don't have that mindset of like thinking of the future. Like to me, I remember, and this is why I believe probably in the coaching industry, and I believe in the transformation business, is because your life will shift based on the questions people ask you. And a lot of times you want to, like if you like going out, and trust me, I love going out, I love having fun, but if you like going out, right, you don't really want to go to like necessarily the bar that's like dark and no one wants it. Like you want to go to like the nice, fancy, like get dressed up, like at least I do, right? Because you know that when you go to that bar, right, or that club, there's going to be nicer people, there's going to be heightened people, right? And so there's a question that was asked to me in my life, which is why I believe I became an author. And I'd like to ask you that question right now. And it was a guy that I dated right after college. I was so in love with this guy, like head over heels. I really thought I was going to marry him, just so in love with him. And he looked at me. We were at this, what's it called? Festival. It was in Michigan. I don't want to say the festival name. But anyway, we were at this festival, and he looked me in my eyes and he said to me, what is it you want out of life, Colleen? Like you're this amazing, beautiful person. What is it you want out of life? And I remember like, I sank into my body and I looked at him back within a moment and I said, I just want to look back on my life and know that I had an adventure of a life. And that line has fundamentally changed my life, that I wanted to look back on life and have an adventure of a life. And that's what I really believe gave me the courage to start thinking, like, what have I went through in life? Like, I went through awful heartbreaks. I went through cancer. I went through a beautiful family I was born into and got to travel all over the world that many people didn't get that. I've had incredible relationships, incredible friendships. Like, I honestly see the world and feel it so immensely that I needed an outlet to start sharing this, because I was a really like angry person. I would get frustrated really easily. Like, there was just stuff I was doing that was happening, like anxiety attacks, like depression, like these things that were happening because I wasn't letting what was inside of me. Like, literally, I wasn't letting how I see the world, like how I look outside and see the sunlight, or like feel the rays on my face, and it feels like your little souls are being activated on you. Or like I would feel like flowers. I would go into and see the little things that are in the flower, like where the nectar comes out. And I would see like bees. Like, I would notice these like little furry bee, like the fur on the bees. Like, I would just get so detailed into some of these things I cared about. And I started to get detailed into people and patterns and love. And what does it take to create a life you love when you, across culture, I've been to 42 countries, across culture, across gender, across language. I've been in rooms with people multiple times having phenomenal dinners and none of us speak the same language, but it was some of the best memories of my life. And I'm sharing this with you because all these things that we experience in our life, good, bad, whatever the perception is. And if we don't begin to share these experiences that we're going through in life, we aren't going to ever really live into that life that we love, that life that we know is meant for us. Like, we're not going to do that. And so that's when I really started this process of becoming an author. And I was in New Zealand. I'll never forget it. I came home one day and I was looking at my flatmates. I was like, that's it. I'm writing a book. Every day I got up at 3 a.m. I went and did yoga. I did my writing. I went to work. I did yoga and I wrote. Like, I did this for maybe 2.5 months, 3 months. And my book was finished really quickly. And then I learned about the process of editing. Then I learned about cover design. Then I learned about launching it. Then I learned about monetizing it. Then I learned you could do a second book, then a third book, then a fourth book, then a poetry book. And now I'm really realizing even more ways to monetize a book than just an online course. Like, I'm learning about podcasting, movies, scripts, shows. Like, there's all these things that you can do when you choose that you know you're meant to become an author. And I had no idea. Like I said, I had zero. I'm just telling you the way I live my life and how this all happened. The plan was never to be an author. The plan was never to be a writer. Like, that was never in my plan. Like, my plan was I wanted to be like a corporate business person, like retire, I don't know, when I was 50, travel, like that, like, I don't know. That was my thing. Like, make the most amount of money as quickly as I could to be the most successful at my age. Like, that was literally my mind. That's what I had of what my life was. But as I've started the journey of becoming an author, I've learned how to write, publish, and monetize a book. And I've helped 50 people be able to write, publish, and monetize a book. And so I'm super excited because this online course, How to Write, Publish, and Monetize Your Book, is the third course I've ever created in my career, and I'm relaunching it. And I'm revamping it. So it's 8 weeks, this course. It's an 8-week online course with myself. There's modules that are already in the program. So I have my 5-step process of how to write a book, like how to, I don't know, it's so simple, like how to make it simple and fun instead of like dreading. And everyone who's even written a book and then taken this course is like, I've never known anyone who breaks down writing a book so simple. Like, there are people who didn't even know they're meant to be authors and then listen to this, they're like, I'm meant to be an author. Like, I don't know anyone in the industry sharing it like the way that I share it from an intuitive and practical standpoint. So I share that with you. I go through publishing and self-publishing because I know that's the big question everyone wants. Do I publish or do I go through self-publishing? Like, that's the question nobody knows. So I go through that. And then the third thing that I go through is different monetization options. So how do you monetize? What do you share? How do you create things besides just the book? I go into like bookstores. And then I've added a module on PR. So I hired a PR firm for my third book. I absolutely love them. They're incredible. And I won't go through like the process of thinking of PR for your book. And I've never had that model in there before or module in there before. And then I think I added one more. So let me just look. Sorry, you guys. I always am adding so many things to all of my different offerings, but this one is pretty epic. So I want to make sure that I share it on monetize, publishing, public relations, and press releases. I talk about also press releases. I never talked about that before. I have a model in there now that gives you how I've been featured on like ABC, Fox, Yahoo Finance, Elephant Journal. I have Thrive Global. I have LA Yoga. There's a lot. I should look that up again. Let me see. I'll go to Canva so I can tell you guys live, real time, where I've been featured. Not that it's like that important, but I think it's probably relevant for some things here. So yeah, I've been featured in a lot of places though. Like it's honestly kind of magical. But anyway, and I've done academic publishing. So for those of you who are academic, I have Lambert, which is published for my second book, which is on my thesis for my master's. And then obviously my dissertation, my PhD, I have plans of getting published for that too. So to say that I know a lot about writing, publishing, and monetizing is an understatement. And I know a lot of you think that writing is hard or it's going to be a challenge, but honestly, it's the most liberating thing. And if you're here, what I know about you is you're meant to be an author, you're meant to be a full-time writer, and you're meant to get paid in incredible ways for that. So we start October 15th, so in 5 days. I put the link in the comments so you guys can click it, check it out, look at it. It's 8 weeks, so you have 4 Q&As live with me that go over the different modules. And then there's a VIP option where you can get 2 one-on-one calls with me, 1 per month. And then basically I'm helping you write your book, monetize it, editing, any things you have about finding editor, literacy agent, etc. And besides that, you get 24/7 access to me. So it's like for writing, for just mindset blocks, anything like that. So anyway, there's that. I'm super excited. And then the last part, you guys, that I wanted to share with you is I am doing the free webinar again, the 5 keys to unlock your destiny with Adam Farfan. We ran it last Wednesday and it honestly was so epic. Like I've never run a training like this. I'm not just saying that. Like in my whole career, I've done a lot of webinars. This webinar is by far one of the best. It's so like speaks to your soul. It's so for you. Like it's really guiding you into like the destiny, not just the calling, not just the purpose, but like the life of your destiny, what you came here to fulfill. So, what I was going to share is that is still free. So that is going to be on Monday. We have another one that we're doing. I'd love for you guys to attend that. If you don't feel like you're ready to write a book, but you're thinking, maybe I'm meant to write a book. I know a lot of you look at a lot of my things. And you're like, Colleen, you offer so much. I just am not sure which one to do. Well, I would invite you to this because it will offer you clarity on that. And let me just see here. Writing is an extremely transformational process to tapping into your deepest self. Everyone should write at least 1 book. I totally agree, Janine. And I'm doing a blog post right now about the power of journaling and writing. I mean, writing is like your muscle memory is literally writing out your reality. And even if you're a mystic or you're new age spirituality or you're, spy, like it's still like you have visions. You see things that are happening in other realms. And you're meant to channel that through you so people can make more sense of their reality. Because the power in writing is you become the writer to give people better language to communicate their life experience. Even if it's in a fantasy way, still the same. So anyway, this is one of my most powerful courses. It's one of my favorite courses to launch, how to write, publish, and monetize your book. I've never done it this long, so it's going to be 2 months, 8 weeks. I'm fully supporting you. My books have taken me around 3 to 4 months, so it still will get you like a good pace going and you get lifetime access. I just won't be there holding your hand after the 2 months. So yeah, it's incredible. Definitely go check it out. I left the link up here in the comments. You're not going to regret it. You're going to be like, Colleen, I'm so grateful I did it. And I think that's it. I love you guys. Please share this. Please let me watch it on the replay. Have a beautiful night.